I just got out of seeing The Running Man. Here's my quick thoughts. This was one of my more anticipated films of the year, being a huge fan of Edgar Wright, and I thought this film was honestly just a ton of fun throughout. Perfectly utilized the concept for a ton of great comedic action, great set pieces, hand-to-hand fighting, big gunplay, all big spectacle, and at the same time does have some interesting stuff to say. It's a simple but cool concept that is effective to allow for all these great action sequences that I think Edgar Wright handles very well. He's obviously got a very kinetic style with all the editing that he chooses, the close-ups, the frequent camera angles that are kind of varying, and all the movement that it has. It's all stitched together well. Action's very well shot. Love all the practical stunt work, all the hand-to-hand fighting, all very well handled by the cast and the stunt team. Glenn Powell, I think, fully commits himself to this, which is awesome to see. Really feels like a rush of adrenaline that I think Wright's sort of kinetic, energetic direction style really works and lends itself towards. And I think also what's helpful is the fact that even though it's a little bit corny and cheesy, the way that they make you care about this character and hoping to see him succeed with the whole family background driving him to do this conquest, you actually fully buy into it. And I actually found that to be surprisingly effective and emotional. And so I just fully wanted to see this guy succeed, and I think that made the film that much more enjoyable and entertaining. Great score and soundtrack, of course, with Edgar Wright, you're always going to get that. Great visuals that are really sharp and hyper. Chung Hoon Chung returns to work with Edgar Wright again, makes this film look awesome. Story is definitely quite simple, almost to a fault at times. I do think it's a little bit too predictable, but it's still definitely entertaining throughout. And even though that I think the themes are a little bit too in your face, maybe not subtle enough, there's definitely a lot of interesting ideas here, especially about media coverage and fake news that is being explored, and all these ideas I think are pretty effective, even though that they're quite in your face. The entire cast is great. I think Glenn Powell is absolutely one of the best actors working today. Perfectly dominates this role, especially from the emotional sort of anger side of this character, and of course the physical role. He absolutely commits himself to all the action. Looks fantastic. Love all the other additions though. Josh Brolin, Colin Domingo is electric. Lovely Pace too, even though he's covered in a mask for way more than half this movie. Really, the whole cast is great and really carries this film. Overall, The Running Man does have a pretty simple story, but it's enough to get going for what I think is a very enjoyable comedy action film with a lot of funny moments, but of course, electric action from Edgar Wright, who really knows how to capture all this insane action with great characters and a fantastic cast. It's an absolute blast at the movies. I'm going to give this an 8.3 out of 10.